me all for coming to listen to my speech, sparing some of your time for me. I'll start by mentioning my agenda, one point after the other, and explaining how we could reach these goals together. My first point in my agenda states that I want to help students regarding their complaints and handling them in an appropriate manner, and therefore removing the burdens of technical and administrational problems or errors from the minds of the students to be taken care of by the student union, allowing students to give more of their attention to educational purposes. The problem is, I go to my coordinator, I take 30 to an hour to produce my schedule, and then it doesn't get produced. I have to wait a week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks until my schedule is out. This is one of the problems. Another problem is the fees. So many errors happen on the fees. A lot of us get fees that does not belong to us. So I would like to perform a committee or create a committee that actually looks at the complaints that students provide to the university, see how they deal with these complaints. Are these complaints actually being delivered to the higher management, or if they're not? So therefore, I don't have to come and spend a lot of my time, an hour or two or more, to worry about my fees, to worry about some technical problems, about the computers, about the professors. I'm coming here to socialize, I'm coming here to learn. This is the main goal of coming to the university. The second point I'd like to follow is allowing all members of the university, both academic, staff, students, to continuously participate in regular orientations, in which creates a channel for ideas regarding methods of teaching. It would be nice that every subject that we take, at the end of the subject there is a small session between the professor and the students to recap what they take, recap how the professor was, his performance. I think professors would take some appropriate criticism well, so that later on in the next years they would avoid the mistakes that they possibly have made during their semester. And the same for the professor. The professor could also criticize the students, tell them how the appropriate manner that they should take. This is my second point. So there has to be a communication between the students and the professor. I do not think that the academic evaluation that we do every year on the computer is effective. I think this will be more effective. It's face-to-face, it's direct interaction, and therefore, I think the professors will welcome good criticism. Third idea, moving on, is I believe for the student union to work very well, I cannot say I'm the Campus Life Committee and just work on the Campus Life Committee. I have to communicate very well with other committees. So there has to be a flexibility of communication, cooperation with other committees within the student union, and making the demands and the needs the number one priority in the students union. I have to work with the culture and arts, I have to work with the public, I have to work with the sports, I have to work with all these committees, because some of the things because the layout of the student union, I personally think some of the things will not be able to achieve on my own. I'll have to work with other committees in order to reach that goal. Third point is the campus is supposed to be a relaxing environment. It's not supposed to be stressful. So I think I've been to other universities, even outside Egypt. Usually there is a lounge, or there is some place where there's music. There is possibly beanbags, as we see here, and there's other social activities that could be done that provide relaxation for the student. I think it's very important. The second thing is the social activities in our campus. All activities usually need registration. You need to register to be part of the activity. I don't want that. I want that during the sessions there's 15 minutes, it's not enough. I think it should be expanded more into half an hour. And there's ongoing social activities within the university that you don't need to register, you don't need to be committed to, you don't have to go all the time to these activities. No, these activities exist. It could be a book club, it could be a sports club, whatever it is, it's just there, it exists within this university, and once you finish your tutorial you could go and actually participate and leave, and you don't have to come again. Because I personally think in the GUC there needs to be more social life. We're very good in the academics, but we need to improve regarding the social life. The final point is, I believe there's a lot of facilities that exist within this university that we do not use. For example, the Digital Media Center, us as digital media students, I'm a digital media student, I never got to use a digital media center. I think it would be an extra for me to be able to use something like this in my teaching. Also regarding the EMS students, they have the industrial park and they do not use it. What's the use of it? Also to increase the computers, the programs installed on the computers. A lot of times I go into the lab and there's a problem and therefore I have to get my laptop. Providing that not every student has to have his own personal laptop. Also increasing the facilities and, as I mentioned, allocating them. It's not just having the facilities, it's actually knowing how to use them, putting them in the right spots, in the right places. There is only 2 copy centers. I do not think that is enough for more than 6,000 students existing within the university. Also increasing the number of brands or food chains within this university. I think that is very important. We lack variety. I think we need more variety. I think possible cases would be juices, fresh juices, and other like Herfy or pizza cones. I think something else would open up, like a pretzel restaurant whatsoever. These are the main goals for me running for Campus Life. If you have any question, you're more than welcome. No questions? I welcome for any questions, any criticism. I need you guys to remember that this is an SU for you. So I would love any questions so I can improve my goals. Maybe there's something missing, in my agenda that needs to be changed.
From what I heard, you concentrated on maybe collaboration with other committees. You didn't specify special tasks for you as camps like AWGs and other things. I need to specify some things on the ground among students, not with other committees.
Yes, I mentioned that there are activities that exist. All the activities that already exist. The problem is you have to register, I said, and you have to it's a complicated process to go into these, and us as Egyptians usually we're very lazy people. So the idea that I proposed here is actually to make an ongoing activity that does not need to be part of a community or part of a certain group. It's an activity that exists, such as a reading club, as a sports club. These are easy activities that people could socialize through. These are activities that will exist with the other clubs like SAIF, the MUN, and whatsoever. So I'm just trying to differentiate between these social activities and these activities that already exist. This is the only difference. I think once you get the people to regularly just leave their slot and go out and participate in something socially, showing them it's easy, you don't have to register, you don't have to participate, no complications, I think later on he would be more inspired to enter one of these groups. I think it's a way of attraction. Any other questions, please? No questions? Well, thank you very much.